Haven't made an intro screen for here. Well, we have 11 people watching. Alright. What's that button? What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this holiday Sunday? Yeah, for some of us. Apparently, US and the UK, it is a holiday weekend. I know I'm off tomorrow. And hello. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Scruff Dog, and you're on board my laptop, which had quite a few updates because the last time it was turned on was the last time we got a stream at the bench. So luckily, the updates didn't destroy anything noticeable yet. I knew Mouse would pick that up. Yes, Mouse, this is a AC motor controller. I don't know how far into this stuff we'll be able to get because I don't know how potted it is, but I'm sure we'll be able to find at least something neat. Like, we're just kind of goofing off today. So let's see. I do believe everyone from the early crew is here. That would be Phil in the Kitchen. Joe, has Joe Russ been around? I don't know. Gas Smasher, I believe, was here earlier. And happy Labor Day to you too, N. Osborne. Oh, you like that? Yeah, printed that out. A little, and it works, in case. It sat on my desk when I was a manager well, when I was a manager for like a year and a half. Just throw people off. Alright, anyway, let's see, Lock Watchers here. Mr. Furbear has stopped by. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're feeling alright. Saw earlier you're feeling, so that's better than bleh, perhaps. Mr. Mouse is here. I've got a bunch of hybrid car 3-phase motor controllers in my other workroom. I've probably got about 1,000 cores at my job. Rob's here. Oh, Weaselbox stopped by. Good to see you. See Lockwatcher, Phil in the Kitchen, Matthew T. Oh, there's Gaines. That's right, Gaines stopped by earlier. Franco Walker's hanging out. Don't know if I said your name already. Just going to start talking. Oh, and of course, Liz Edwards, the Queen of Fire, was here earlier. Alright, so I got some coffee. And I have a vape. Hold on a sec. Let's see here. So today we have two selections, as is kind of, I guess, normal for the workbench now. We have this one. Okay, well, this one is Sunset Sherbet. This is live resin. This is just a regular oil. This Sunset Sherbet. This one, Durban Poison. That's right. Yes. Sorry, I missed most of the Catskills yesterday. Saw Top Gun on the cheap. Yeah, I saw that you're heading out. That's cool. $3 movie. Movie was better than I thought it would be. What a weekend. Long weekend. But let's do some Sunset Sherbet live resin. We'll start off with our typical, I guess my typical cheers I've been doing. Kind of simplifying it a little bit as I'm sorting it out. So cheers to good people doing good things, bad people doing better things. Slava Ukraini, cheers to Mr. Furbear while he's here. And cheers to all of you to a good weekend. Toast. Alright. Oh, and for today's adventure, we'll be using my skill twist. You know, your grandfather's electric screwdriver. We'll be using that today. I plugged it in, and it just finished charging. Cool. This is the one we talked about at one of my streams about how this has been converted from nickel cadmium to an 18650. Has more torque. Like, I can drive wood screws with this thing now. It's insane. I'm waiting to fry the motor because I can only imagine I'm pulling way more current than this they ever thought it would see, but it's handling it so far. Spectrum DIY, some bitch, how are you doing? Been a while, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome to the work stream. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Since Spectrum's here, let's do another quick toast. Toast to the people that do what they need to do to better their situation and make themselves a better person. Cheers. Because that's what Spectrum did. And that's cool. How's the audio, by the way? I'm using the under mic with a little bit of noise suppression and a noise gate on it. I know I asked that a lot, but I always forget which one works better, but it's usually this one. Audio's good. Alright, cool. Yeah, I have ultra low latency turned on, so actually, let me see. Can I see my stream? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 seconds behind on the dashboard stream. That's not too bad. I was almost a wedding speech. Northern Lights. Yeah, I got some Northern Lights on my Indica battery. I usually have Northern Lights on my Indica battery. Try Do-Si-Do Indica. Not impressed because it kind of tastes like a burnt coil. Like, you know it's not, but it still kind of tastes like it. Stardog's good. You've had Stardog forever. I know UK is really good on that lemon haze too. Alright. Alright, well, I guess now that everybody's here. Matthew T, I don't know if I said hey to you or not. Hey. I guess, oh, this is one of my flashlights. Clive did a stream on these. These are the ones that are... And then you have... Oh, if you don't, yeah, there you go. I own like 6 of these. I got a couple for work. I keep a rotation of about 3 of them in the house. So as soon as one goes dead, I just grab the other one. This goes on the charger. So alright, let's, where do we want to start here? Phone over here. So what we have here is we have an ignition. Oh, hold on. My bad. Let me get the big head out the way. So we have an ignition switch off of a Nissan forklift that, even without focusing, you can see has had better days. Problem was when you turn it, you can see the return. It's not very, did you hear that? So it doesn't return all the way, and part of the swipe in the crank, it drops ignition 1. Of course, after I'm done replacing it, I talked to the operator, or the boss man. I'm like, hey, can you give me all the keys that fit that lock cylinder that you've been using, because this new lock cylinder has different keys. So he hands me 2 completely different keys. I was like, alright, that kind of explains something there. So that's one possibility. This is a Nox sensor, a diesel Nox sensor, detects different oxides of nitrogen on a diesel, kind of like an oxygen sensor on a car. This son of a bitch is $3,000 for some unknown goddamn reason. It failed because the system had a leaking diesel exhaust fluid leak, and if you oversaturate these sensors with fluid and it doesn't get a chance to burn off, yada yada, it fucks them up. So this one got trashed. I don't know how much we can get into this, but we'll see what we can do. That's my screwdriver and awesome wrench. This is a vehicle systems manager off of an electric forklift. This one, the 5-volt rail on it, one of the wires was rubbing through on a tilt cylinder on the forklift, so it just kept tick, tick, tick. It was throwing codes, and it just beat the crap out of the 5-volt line, so that the 5-volt line is not stable and throws codes. See what we can find in there. This inverter. What is this? 3648 volt in, AC or DC in, AC out. This is a traction controller, a main traction controller. Well, either side, it'll work as a primary or secondary for left or right. This was the primary traction controller or drive controller for the a stand-up forklift at McCormick's, the spice company that makes like Old Bay and stuff. Came from there. And trust me, it did not look like this when it came out of the truck. It was completely crusted in spice, because you can't really clean the trucks there too much, because you don't want all the spice and all the dust and shit getting in the air where all the spice is. So, we don't blow them off too much. Well, and this is a screen, VAM screen, touch screen for telemetry system on a forklift. Telemetry on these being, yeah, you can swipe a card to even turn the forklift on, GPS tracking. They have cameras that you can hook up so that if there's an accident or an impact, it'll like record what happened before and after, because well, a lot of your operators don't want to actually tell you what happens. You can do remote shutdown, like all kinds of neat stuff. On this one, the main harness that plugs into it has an input side and output side. The output side lost its voltage, so whatever, I'm guessing MOSFET or tiny relay they have in here that would energize the card reader for swiping, it lost voltage there, and it would never activate the card reader. Besides that, it worked. Just, you know, without the card reader, it's kind of pointless. I had a emergency stop button somewhere that had filled up, I think, just with mud and dirt and dust, but I don't know where that went. So that was just going to be a take it apart and see how much mud was in it. Some more coffee here. Is he fixing Artemis 1 this week? Yeah, I'll be heading down there, down to Florida here in a minute. I'll go ahead and just put I'll just take my Milwaukee impacts down there, just give that flange leak at the hydrogen a couple cranks. Maybe they used one of them shitty snap-on impacts. I'll take my Milwaukee down there and show them what's up. All right. Got a flange leak. You know, a little bit of silicone, you know, I mean, you could put like some Loctite 404 instant adhesive on there. I mean, this is pretty heavy duty stuff. I got some like 50-cent super glue. I think you're mostly paying for the packaging with this, because I've never actually seen if that's any good. We could throw some 9-volt batteries at it. I don't know. All right. Oh, you know what it needs? It's because it doesn't have a Travel Star hard drive. That's the problem right there. Needs that Travel Star. I'll mail it to them. I don't know, people. Oh, you know what? Never hurts to have another vape, does it? Oh yeah, hydrogen sucks because it's the smallest atom. How do you contain the smallest thing? And the best thing they got right now is carbon matrix. Does a pretty good job, but still, it's the smallest thing out there. It is definitely a pain in the ass. Ah, Liz, you may not have been here when I said hello, so hello, Queen of Fire. Welcome. SSD, nah, these are that's tiny rust. This is old. This, like, it has jumpers. Just so you know, like, it has jumper select. That tells you how old this fucking thing is. It is date. I think that's was 20. And this isn't. Oh, there it is. December 05. What's this one? February 06. And just old. No, September 2010. This is actually a hacked hard drive for Nintendo Wii. Okay. Oh, you know what? Damn, is that thing still floating around here? Hold on. Oh, where is that? I'll have to find the old iPod hard drive I had. It's like, look at Ronnie. Ronnie just came out. It's like, so this is a 2.5 inch. Typical laptop, but I have a hard drive around here somewhere that's about that big. It came out of one of the original iPods. I think it's a 1.5 inch drive. How did you smash your finger? I dropped a or about 3/8 inch thick steel plate about the size of this whole area on my finger, because I thought there was an opening underneath when I was sitting it down, and there was not. So I separated pretty much the entire fingernail, except for just at the tip. What's up, buddy? There's Ronnie. There's Ronnie's tail. What's up, buddy? Hold on. Let's see here. What we got here? There you go. Where's just the overhead? There it is. No audio. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Alright. Something when I changed scenes, like all the microphones went dead. That's weird. They just did an update to OBS. I wonder if a setting got lost. Sorry about that. Alright, well, Ronnie took off, so I'll work on that. Apparently, if this camera is not selected, it loses audio. That's weird. Alright, sorry about that. Figures I was telling you a story about Ronnie anyway. His full name is Megatron. When he was born, we thought he was a girl because he didn't have his little fuzzy balls yet. So we called him Meg, just like, you know, the show. And then once we found out that he was a boy, we started calling him Ronnie, just like the show, because Meg and Ron is on either end of Megatron. So, he's mostly a basement cat. He doesn't really like a lot of people outside of the family. So, alright. Let's see, y'all. We are back. Jeff's good. He's pretty good. Medicine still messes with him sometimes, depending on which one it is. So some days he's able to run the house free, and some days I gotta carry him around and, like, block off the stairs if he comes down to hang out. But to our knowledge, he hasn't had any more seizures, so that's good. Alright, so guess let's start easy here. Let's take this little guy apart. Let me get the box. And let's zoom it down. Where's my camera control? That's weird. I had it up. Uh-oh. Oh, is it behind? Oh, good grief. Yeah, OBS is definitely different now with this update. It's concerning. Zoom. It's pretty much what I expected. And focus, 40. 39, 40, good enough. Alright, so let's see what I can do with this. We got tabs there. Looks like all the guts just go that way after these tabs. And we're not keeping this, so grab my 8,000-year-old Vac Groove pliers. These are like my favorite pliers for some reason. I have no idea why. Brittle. Oop. That landed on Clive's head. There's a sticker over there. Alright. Still got something in the way here. Oh, come on, asshole. Alright. Seriously? What is that? What is... Come on now. We're live. We can't deal with your having a hissy fit right now. Let's see what happens. Wow. Oh wow, yeah. Can you see, where's that screwdriver? What time is it? Alright. Can you see how worn in that? Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. Like, that's supposed to be flat. So is that. Really no more light. Size right there. Wow. Well, that would explain. Woo! Look at the grooves in that. Can I get my focus a little higher here? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, well, let me just focus it by moving it now. Damn, look at that. No wonder this shit wore out. There you go, you can get a better look at this. Especially this one here. No wonder this thing fucking didn't... Ooh, look at that focus. That's there. Is that 40? 39. 40. I'll go 43. There you go. Alright, well, I guess that explains that problem. Damn. Pretty sure this may have been the OE one. And that forklift, I think, is about 15 years old. It's a little springies. How's this feel? With all that crap out. Yeah, now it functions great. Of course. Can I get the rest of this out? Just to see. Oh, whoa. Dropping balls. Yeah, that's the double, what the hell do they call it? Anti-restart, the thing so you can't crank it once you crank it. So you don't, anti-double start, whatever. I know there's a term for that. And the cylinder, what is holding that in? I don't know if anything's holding it in anymore. And yeah, you can take the key out, like, anywhere. See what's holding it. That little gold tab, or brass tab. I think that one's gonna stay. And you know what? It's time. What time is it, everybody? Do you know what time it is? For me to move some stuff. We got good. We're focused. Actually, we should probably focus out for this. Oh, it's zoom. Boom with the zoom. It is time to put on a 32, even though it's 33. But hey, it's still better than my usually a lot later. It's alright. Grab a puff, grab a drink, grab a toast, grab a whatever. And cheers to with the poo on the 32. Come on, come on. Alright. Our new purple candle that we voted on. Happy poo on the 32, everybody. Switch out other vape. Flaming pile of shit. Alright. Woo! Dropping balls. I don't think we're done here. I keep keys. I have close to 2,000 keys. So if you have some keys you don't want, let me know. Just send them my way. That's a good failure analysis. Alright, this is all just getting thrown away. I'm going to keep the springs. Springs are hard to come by. Oh, I'll keep that spring too. Those are really hard to come by. That's basically hope that your application just happens to have that exact size, but whatever. Let's put this here as the to be sorted later bin. I don't know that I have any use for that. No use for those. Alright. Keep the ball bearings as well. Alright. What is next? Let's do the Nox Sensor, because I don't know that we're going to be able to do a whole lot with it or not. But it wasn't a warranty thing, so it doesn't need to go back, so we can destroy it. As I have no use for a Nox Sensor. This we're obviously not going to get into, as it is pressed stainless steel. Let me do zoom and focus. Focus a little higher than the box, maybe. 43. Yeah, let's try 43. That's a pretty good range. All right, so we can't get into there. I can't tell you what's in there. I know, like, oxygen sensors, I think it's what, cadmium that's in the tip? I'm not sure on Nox sensors. I know I was told, but it doesn't. If it's not something I need to know, I probably just went ahead and forgot about it. Let's start with popping these clips off. Okay. Guess the clips are just there for looks. Kind of feel like that's an important part of what we're trying to do here. Come on. Come on. All right. Cool, cool. Everything's going good. 43 is perfect. Hammer time if they won't open any other way. Oxygen sensor, Rob? Nah, nitrous. Oxides of nitrous sensor. As it detects what, NO2 and NO3 or N2, oh, I forget. It detects things. This is interesting. All right, let's do some prying here. Wow, that is in there. It might be O-ring sealed. Let's see if we can break this. Not break my screwdriver. Because, like, we all know that this screwdriver, like, usually the second time you use it, you break the fucking tip of it off. What can we do to get into that? Shame I don't have an actual metal vise in here to just crush it open. What do I have that's strong? I'll use a bigger screwdriver to try and pry in and up. Definitely in. Headphone users, percussive examination about to happen. I'm going to be like doink doink. Wow, that is in there. Kind of wonder if they potted it and then dropped this on top of it. I know they have seen them do that before. We'll set this on the side. That's some really good wire. I'm going to keep that. We'll set this on the side. May have to destructively do something with that off camera at some point. Alright. Let's go with... Well, let's do the motor controller next. Because I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to see in this thing. Boom. Okay, what do we got here? Aluminum. Is that number 2, or is that TH? Grinder, maybe. Mouse is getting a little excited, I see. This reefer man 540 is from a Heister a HSD stand-up forklift. Not a reach truck, just a stand-up fork. Let's pop these out. These are actually just spacer washers. I don't know if they have to come out. Let's go ahead and just get them out of the way. There you go. Little O-rings on them. Well, I can see circuit board already, so I think we'll be able to get a good look at things here. And yeah, I feel that pulling these is probably going to make that easier to take apart. Oh yeah, Rob, if Mouse lives closer, we would definitely be having discussions of motor controllers. Okay. Wow, holy shitballs. Well, I can see why we lost communication with it. Can you? I'll wait a second and see if you can see the holy shit problem. I'll have some coffee while I'm doing that. I was kind of hoping maybe even though we lost CAN communication with it, maybe it was just a CAN problem, but no, that is far more than just a CAN problem. Wouldn't you agree? Franco got it first. Big ass bulgy caps. And if you look, there is, where's a flashlight? This one. Can you see that? Those are were silver. That's all capacitive. That's all electrolytic. Now, let me turn this sideways, just for those people that may not be able to see. Oh, this whole thing just looks like the seal just leaked and it started getting shit into it. But yeah, look at that. Every frickin' one of them. Wow. They look like little GSEs at fucking Starbase. Little round tops on them. God. And that electrolyte is everywhere in this thing. Nice. This probably won't even be good for parts. But, alright. So, failure analysis complete. Let's see what else we can see. So this is batteries and AC outputs. So this GUI massacre. What do we got to do to get this board off? because the bottom board is gooed to the heatsink. I don't feel like dealing with all that gooey stuff, because that's basically just like anti-seize. Like, you get a little bit of that shit on you and it's just everywhere. Well, let's start taking shit apart and see what happens. We'll start with the big screws. Do I have any paper towels? Yeah. So I'm going to want to clean my tools off because I don't want to leave that electrolyte on them. One up here. Cap splurged when they got overexcited. Yeah, definitely got overexcited. Are those 470 caps? Or 4700 caps? Those are 470 microfarad. That's out of focus. You can kind of see it's 63 volt. And I know these things never get hit more than 63 volts because the highest battery they have there is 48, so I have no idea what happened there. It's kind of odd that they all failed. I feel like something may have failed and gone backwards. I wonder if something in here failed and it got hit with some of the high voltage AC or something. Let's find the torch bit. Cool. Whoa, hey. Alright. Damn. Ugh. We're not keeping this, so I'm just gonna throw those out as we go. Like, I don't even feel like salvaging those. Do the caps share ground? Hopefully we'll find out shortly. It's all sticky. Yes. QE washers. Alright, those are the big ones. So that would be the high current connections. Get that other washer out of there. Ugh. Clean this. Remember, always clean the tip. Aha. Are there any of these? Okay, that one doesn't have goo in it. There we go. If it's unreliable rather than just dead, it might be worth recapping it. Ugh. Problem is, if I got... there's so many of these that... If I didn't have easy access, I might consider it. But... this particular one will remain a GUI instrument of knowledge. Because of, who knows if the MOSFET or SCRs or whatever they got underneath here aren't all gooed up. That might be worth saving. Alright. Ugh. It's so sticky. Oh. Alright. Looks like the board is loose. Let's... Ugh. And what do we have here? Yes, they all share a ground. That would be that ground plane right there. Or they, see, let me make sure. They all share a GUI lid. So this is positive, this is negative. This is positive. Now they all share a positive there. I'm guessing a negative on the other side. Not much else really to look at up here. It looks like just a bunch of control shit for the tons of MOSFETs I see underneath. Oh, that's got a little QR code. That is just like... Alright. Yeah, one big cap. Yeah. Now we got the actual workhorses here. And I'm betting these are just fine. So this, we are definitely going to save. See if anybody wants to, yeah, no skid marks. When it failed, it was just purely a CAN failure. No skid marks in here. I got one that's wetter than the rest, but I don't, that may just be a coincidence because of the cable. Yeah, that's just because that was, the cable was on it. But besides that, I guess that's how they do the difference between the 250 and the 350 amp versions. Or what one was this? This is the, yeah, 280 amp. And then they have like a 400, maybe that's the 400 amp one. Alright. Don't need these, and they're covered in goo. I like these contacts. Shit, I could probably trigger this, just trace this out and just find which MOSFETs are getting triggered by what, and I could just use this board as is. Just clean all the crud off. Yeah, actually, hold on. I'll hold on to these just to make that a little bit easier. Alright. So that might be super useful. Room for more. Yes, indeed, Lock Watcher. Donor FETs. Lots of donor FETs. Alright. Ooh, good crack of the neck there. I'm not even more worried about cleaning that off. But I don't want to separate it from the heatsink. So we'll call that obviously a successful failure analysis with a nice donation to the stockpile. Shit, I could even use that. Maybe even like once I start building my solar system, something like this might be a good hard on-off. Pair this with wherever the hell that went. My big ass e-stop button. Of course, that e-stop button. Actually, no, I might have to do that because that e-stop button itself is rated for I think 400 amps at 36 volts. Anyway, alright. So I'll clean that up later on. Not even worried about keeping the case. Sure. We'll keep the case. Yeah, because in that, and that's water, and, well, that's not gonna, whatever. Do that. That will be cleaned off. That's cool. See what happened to that. Well, yeah, actually, if you want to check, and if you guys don't mind, someone wants to take a look, I'll give you the number that's on them. Or, actually, why don't we do this? If someone wants to look the specs up on these things, see how, I wonder how high speed they are. I'll hold this as steady as I can. We might lose audio. Let me see. Microphone and head. There we go. We're good? I think we got audio again. Anybody wants to look up a 64, sorry for the shakes. There you go. Straighten that out a little bit. (64-2096) Peanut Butter Frank. Feel free to take a look. Let's see, is that what they all are? Yeah, over here. Yep. Yeah, I guess if someone wants to spec that out, that'd be neat. Ooh, dropping shit everywhere. Alright. Where are we going here? Now. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. 160 amps, 75 volts, N-channel MOSFETs. N-channel MOSFETs. Nice. Wow. Wow. 160 amps? 160 amps? Are they considered high speed? Considered high speed? I mean, I could see that at high speed, but holy crap. Either way, that's a hell of a MOSFET. So, now I have echo. I know why. Oh, I know why. There we go. Sorry. No, that's a hell of a MOSFET. That's a fucking great find then. Thank you for checking that out. Oh yeah, Andy. I love when software updates itself. And it does not help that, like, there are, well, 4 cameras. 3 of them have microphones built into them. The laptop has a microphone built into it. The laptop also has a Dell D3100 dock plugged into it because the NIC, the network interface card, the Ethernet, hard Ethernet in the laptop took a shit because I never used it. I think I plugged too many HDMI cables into it accidentally and just broke it. So I have a docking station plugged in it for gigabit Ethernet, which ends up being closer to like 300, 400 megs a second over the USB 3.0. But yeah, it's just, there's a lot plugged into this thing. So I'm gonna, just everything's just like, calm the fuck down. This, the Nox Sensor, we're just going to have to destroy. Are we down to the VSM and the screen? Let's take a look at the screen first. Like I said, this is probably just a failed little MOSFET. So what is out? And these are color LCDs. And considering, that's what the other thing I wanted to grab. I wanted to grab the control module that drives these. That's probably still out in the van. we have a failed one. Because these new telemetry systems, they're driven off of ESP32s. Like commercial equipment is using a $3 chip for telemetry. So I'm kind of wondering how universal this screen is. Turn on time, 2100, turn off time, delay. They are quick. Alright. What was that kind? Okay. Love that shit. But undo all that just to see it's just still just another case and a case and a case. Alright, so now we're down to this. Looks like clips. What else? Is that the only clips? I think that's just for alignment. Alright. I'm pretty good on the destructive teardown of this, because there will be more. So let's get into that. I hope they didn't glue this as well. Damn. Oh. It's not very loose yet. Let's see. Not to lose any fingers. So how's everybody's weekend going anyway? There's a reason why they're $3. The economy of scale with mass production. They are in everything. Well, I always really thought that they were meant as the test chip and then you had something made. Personally, I've never really thought of them as commercial grade, but if they are, then that's cool. I mean, I'd be a little more impressed if we didn't have so many failures. But I think the failures are more due to external equipment. And this is not budging. That should just be the speaker. Or error, or condensation. Yeah. Let's just see if we can fuck it up. Let me grab the fuck it up screwdriver. Damn. Guess they don't want anybody getting into these fucking things. It's trying. I think some of it's the pins. Maybe. I don't think there's any more clips. Maybe these are clip related. Let's see. Doesn't seem like it. But they are in the way. Okay. Well, they sealed this pretty damn good. I know this company is really good for overpotting everything, but I don't know if that's the pin retention. It doesn't feel like pin retention. It's gotta be more. clippies in there or something. Ooh. Let's see. I feel like I'm going to end up destroying the board by prying, but we may just have to do that. I'm hearing things crack like glue. Doesn't really look like it's getting any better. Damn. Should have picked some easier shit to take apart. I must have glued these as well. Or there's a internal, like, additional clip under here. Like that, ow. Like that doesn't want to move. I'm wondering if that's glued in there. No. It wasn't glued. Yeah, it might be. It might be ultrasonically welded. If you look here, can you kind of see where it gets shiny and then it's not shiny? I believe that is where it was ultrasonically welded. Shit. Right. One moment, please. I'm going to go over here and whap on it. Yeah, this does not give a shit. So that's going to be a very destructive teardown when get around to that. Huh. Alright. Damn it. That may have some interesting shit in it. So I definitely want to get into that. Alright, put that on the to-do list. Sorry, folks. That's a little too sealed up to crack into for the next half hour, if you know what I'm saying. Sorry if that's not the only reason you showed up. Soften it with fire. Yeah, like these are our last contestant. They're usually potted, but maybe we'll get lucky. Although I'm pretty shit. Well, if you look, I think that's the potting oozing through. Kind of see that there. I guess we'll see what's underneath. This is the one that the 5-volt rails just beat the crap out of it. Let's see, is it this one? Not even close. There we go. I know the version of these that go into internal combustion engines are, like, literally one side of it is just potting. This, I think I see potting already, but let's see. Oh, no. I saw a gasket. Alright. Yeah, this doesn't do anything high current. The most this will do would be some solenoids, you know, some 20 to 30 ohm solenoids. Still good parts, no doubt. It's got conformal coating on it, but that's not a big deal. And there's not much. I guess we'll see what's up in here. Looks like there's a control chip there. That's what that is, and then nothing obvious. I don't know. Let's find out. Size. Dremel tool with a drill bit will be pretty good for drilling the pilot holes. Yeah, dynamite, Franco Walker. Yes, that's also another possibility. Mouse says it depends on the module I've got. On the module, I've got a BMW LAM module. Controls CCS rapid charging on their electric vehicles, and it is an enclosure that is not sealed, and there's no conformal coating on the piece. Wow. Shit. Someone's awfully confident. This is the gooey part that I don't know what's going on under there. I don't know if that's a gasket or just... It almost looks like it might be a poured silicone gasket. Is this screwdriver like ridiculously loud, or is it bearable? Oh, never mind. You can't even really hear it when it's running. Guess that's the noise suppression. Hey, worst comes to worst. Always got nice hardware. As long as it doesn't have freaking electrolytic just completely blobbering it everywhere. Alright, there's a... Well, if all is right in the world, I should be able to just push down. Oh, that's in there. That may be potted. I'm going to go put it on the floor and step on it. Let me see if I have a camera selection that has the down. That one does. Alright, can you still... It looks like I'm still broadcasting. Audio. Alright, let's see. Let's just grab that off the magnets. What does that say? Oh, that's cool. Rocking my shorts here. Just step on this. Okay. Well, that's in there. Just had 210 pounds bouncing on these connectors, and it did not give a shit. Well, components are still good, even if their fucking board's broken. Let's see if I can get some pry action going here. Alright, let's That's a good spot. Pick a corner, I guess. Okay, that wasn't the screwdriver. There really isn't anything holding this. Here's some of the potting sticking through. That's a pretty sturdy potting. That's going to break the screwdriver. Wow. Okay, well, we don't get to see the control chip that is whatever is here without dremeling the top of it off. Don't know that I'm that concerned. Kind of wondering if it's like another ESP under there. But we do have MOSFETs and diodes that are salvageable, as well as, am I in shot here? Okay. I'm guessing these, I think these blue guys are inductors, maybe? Let's see, where's focus? That's pretty good focus. You think these are inductors? Or are they like certain capacitor, like a different kind of capacitor? High power resistors, yeah, could be. $1R00. That makes me think that they're probably just high current resistors. Because there's two 1 ohm resistors right there. Okay. R10. Crystal. There's some parts on here. Let's see. Can we see the microscope and down? Should still be able to hear me. Yes. Okay. Can we see what's under the conformal coating? Not at all. Come on. Ugh. Getting your bearings on this is tough sometimes. Everything is literally backwards. Alright, let me spin that this way then. There we go. Oh, kind of see something there. 328 RS3G. It's a diode, it looks like. I'm guessing Schottky. Let's see, let me turn this way. Let's look at another one. Try to find one here. Why is that? Sorry, everything's upside down. Three, 2, 8. And RS3G. Alright. That's my nose. Put that back there. Switch the view back. Yeah, down both. Wow, look at that focus. Alright, so that's what we got here. We got a bunch of those. This would be good for diodes and MOSFETs. That's cool. It's a shame I can't push it out so you can see the actual processors on top, but again, that looks like that's going to be another diode job. Or I could, like, maybe stick this in between my jack and my truck and see if 6,000 pounds will push it out. Well, I guess I might as well put this back on. I don't feel like putting all the screws back in it though, so we'll do 2. And do I have the correct blicky blobby bloobity blue? That caramel coating is going to be a bitch to get off, says Joe Russ. Yeah. It might be worth it though. I have a million razor blades so I can scrapey. I guess that goes into the useful parts pile. Anything else? I really feel like they potted this and then lidded it. Even if they did, it's most likely because it's got thermal protection. The potting's probably excess thermal protection as well. Let me zoom to human. I guess we're not going to need this anymore. And let's see, check that. 82 degrees out, not bad. Joe Russ says I picked some tough opponents for the fight. Yeah, some of these are. I guess that's what industrial's all about, huh? Let me go big head. Big head. Andy P, was that board even screwed in? Yeah, actually it had 8 screws in it. Just for looks, I guess. Because that's ridiculous. I don't do SMT anymore, and the tubes and point-to-point. That's cool. Or one of the guys I work with just picked up. What did he get that was tubed? Oh, it's strobe light. He found, I think it was a marine strobe light from, like, right when the xenon tubes first started getting used. Like 60s or 70s, I guess, I think he said. But he picked up one. It's a xenon bulb that's being driven by tubes for a strobe light. Oh, yeah, this is, actually, the focus is still pretty good on it. Yeah, this is my smart wrench. Here, just in case, I mean, you don't want to strip it out, you know what I mean? So, if I had a metal printer, I would absolutely print this out in metal. If I had a machine shop, I would probably I would love to create a functional version of that. Maybe I'll just get 2, weld them together, and just get something to etch that in there. Let me fix the focus on that. That's better. 30, that's pretty good. Pardon me. Supposed to be neighbor movie night. Don't think so. Says Lockwatcher. I was thinking one of these did, like, the side of my garage is big and there's nothing there. The side that faces the yard. One day, far into the future, I may, like, get a projector and then do, like, something like that. Hang out, watch movies outside. Campfire. Or, well, barrel fire for me. I have a 55-gallon barrel drum that I use for fire. Let's see, any other updates? Oh, the stray streams. If you were watching last week's and I overheated at the end, my case has a bottom air filter for the power supply, and it was the power supply that was overheating because the filter was about 70, maybe 80% clogged with cat hair. So I gave the whole computer a nice deep cleaning, all the fans, pulled cards out, yada yada. So that's good to go. I guess that's about it. let's have another puff. Have a 200-inch screen hanging from my garage ceiling with rear protection cloth. Nice. That's probably about what I'd be looking to get, because you figure the wall. I mean, I guess you'd want the image to be keep the foot off the ground. That would give me 5 or 6 feet of height and 15 feet of width. And that would work. Kitty bucket? Kitty bucket? Oh yeah, straight kitty bucket. Let's have a quick puff, just because it's the weekend and it's a holiday, and, you know, like, cheers. So, next week's Stray, which I guess I said yesterday, that'll be same time, should be same time, next Saturday, 1:05 p.m. Looks like we're getting pretty close to the end, maybe? And at some point I may have to do another playthrough, because it seems like we missed a couple things along the way. Like, I may bring you along for my achievement run. Most games, when I play them, I'll play them once just to play them through. I don't try not to look at spoilers and all that stuff. And then my second run is usually an achievement run. Which can be kind of boring sometimes. But it doesn't seem like it would be bad in this game, because most of the world is, as you're in each section, is fairly compact. It's not like running around Fallout 4, trying to grab achievements that you got to go from one end of the map to the other. Because I think I only got 7 sheets of music. I don't remember. I know I missed one of the memories so far, which I know changes the ending. Oh yeah, I guess I might as well hang out for another poo at 32. So I guess you're stuck with me for another 5 minutes. Well, shit, in that case, nah, that's not going to last for 5 minutes. Let's see. Well, we're going to have to clean up for the poo. Now, let's get some of this stuff back in boxes. I'm really curious about this screen, because if this system's running on ESP, that may be like something that I can drive with something open source. We're gonna tear all this shit. This is all good keeper stuff. Flash, tear apart stuff. And all the hardware gets thrown into the hardware drawer. Keys will go into my bag. I have a 5 pounds canvas sandbag, like a theatrical sandbag that I keep my keys in. I think it's up to 22 pounds in keys, like close to 2,000 keys. Because like when I was a kid, for some reason I started collecting keychains. Like I actually had little like hooks threaded into the wall, and I had just key rings everywhere. Because whenever you got, a specific cool keychain, it always came with another ring. So I just had all these rings. Then I started noticing that a lot of times when someone gives you a cool keychain or just a key ring, a lot of times it had like old keys attached to it. And they were like, yeah, I don't have any use for these. Do you want them? Yeah, sure, whatever. Then I started noticing I had a lot of keys. So at that point I decided to just also collect keys. And that was like, I don't know, it was probably 10 or 11. And then I started working in the automotive industry. So I got keys there, like going lock cylinders and stuff like that. And then now in the industrial industry, same thing. I still get some keys. Get a lot of keys from work. But like I lost my car keys once years ago. Took me about 15 minutes and I found the key that worked. And granted, that's GM. They pretty much only have, like 2 different keys for every fucking car. But it was nice to have a key. Found spare house keys. Because, I mean, you know, there's only so many patterns you can do with a key. And when you have a couple thousand, bound to get a little lucky. Set that here for now. Actually, here, let's do the, where the hell's the other camera? Oh. We'll do the super poo view. Where's the mouse? Not you mouse, this mouse. Poo Vision Plus is what I call this setting. And the microphone still works. Nice. Stick that there. Here. We had Franco Walker says, we had a 1964 Ford. You could open the door with a teaspoon handle. Nice. All right. Oh, here we go. Here's our poo on the 32. Ooh. Nice. Flaming pile of shit. Poo cam. Alright, let's get off the poo cam. Yeah, I haven't shown this guy off before. This is actual glass. It's a little circuit I made. Kind of see it in there. And yes, the eyes were aimed on purpose. Just a bunch of slow change LEDs. And the pattern that's in the glass, it will actually project this pattern onto the ceiling. And as the colors change in the LED packages, since it's a slightly different angle, like even that 0.5 millimeter difference, when it changes the individual LEDs, the patterns shift. So it's almost like a fluid motion that's all over your ceiling while that thing's changing. I'll have to try and get it on film once. Let's go back to regular view. Big head intro. Alright. He called the shit poo. It would be a great time for someone to jump in here for the first time right now. Yeah. Hey, what's this? What the fuck? Alright, everybody. Oh yeah, that camera, the poo cam. Overhead cam, that's just an out key. This was like 30 bucks. I mean, it does the job, but no, it is not a Logitech. This camera is a Nexigo. Nexigo seems pretty good. Owl key's usually pretty good, but I think it's because I got the cheap owl key. Or all key, however you want to pronounce it. But the Nexigo up here is pretty good. Prepare, you're about to see a gigantic head. The owl key, I think it's hit or miss. Blackwatcher says, oh, it lost the audio again. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's the Nexigo. That one's pretty good. That's what I was saying. Uh, the all key kind of depends on which one you get. I'll see if I can figure out the audio issues. That's annoying. Mr. A Cake. Bet he's finishing now, isn't he? Yes, he is. A couple minutes. You just missed our last poo on the 32. I was doing cartwheels, like we were running around. There was a pie fight in the background. A couple clowns flew by. Like, I don't know where you were, but like you missed it. And we had to delete it from the stream, so you can't even go back and find it now. Sorry. Guess better luck next time. Of course. Like, how else would you do cartwheels, Mr. AK? Duh. Alright, so next week I will be Stray stream only, Saturday at 105. And the Saturday after that will be Stray and a drone stream from somewhere. Don't know where yet. So, guess that's about it. You're welcome, everybody. Glad I could entertain you for a little while today. I was going to get Chinese food today, but I think I'll do that maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Everybody, have a good rest of your Sunday. And if you have tomorrow off, have a good day tomorrow. If you don't have tomorrow off, have a good day tomorrow. And I guess I'll see everyone next week. And be on Discord later, as usual. So, everyone, be groovy. Thanks for stopping by. And cheers to all. And let's see, I'm getting pretty good at remembering how to do this. In 5, 4, 3, 2,